Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I had I never know when I get on my computer to do a live. It always kind of stalls a little bit, so sometimes I'm just kind of sitting here before I even realize if I'm live. So I apologize if that was the case. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Monday. I am Kelsey Smith. I am a Superstar Director in Western Washington State, and I have been with Sensi for just over 9 years. It was 9 years on December 30th, and tonight we're going to talk about Sensi Family Reunion, and I was just putting some notes together, and the one thing that I forgot to do was count how many reunions I've been to. So I need to do that. But I believe this will be 17, 18, 19, 20. This will be 10. There's been some COVID years in there, but 10 years of reunion. So I feel very passionate about Sensi Family Reunion. SFR Sensi Family Reunion. This year, it is July 14th through 17th in Boise, Idaho. And I kind of want to talk about like the cost, all of that, how to make it affordable for you, and then we're going to talk about why you should go, and then I'm kind of going to tie in some of my experiences. So, July 14th through 17th, Boise, Idaho. There are 3 different options this year. There is the in-person option, that is $350 for registration, and then there's the virtual kit option, that's also $350. These both include a spirit kit and giveaways. I did see that there's a little disclaimer in there that the giveaways might vary for those that select the virtual kit option. And you can register for both of those until May 31st, or it could end sooner if it sells out. So this is a smaller venue, so the space is limited. So if you're thinking about going, just go sign up. Just go register, because we want you there and I want you to have a spot there. And then there is the streaming only option, which is $50, so no kit attached to that. You will get a link to stream the general sessions live from your home. That's $50, and you can register for that until July 6th. Now, this year there is not a payment option, but you can do the PayPal in 4. Now, I'm going to tell you firsthand, I'm not a PayPal person. I've never done PayPal in 4. I am told that you have to qualify for PayPal in 4, and I don't know, so I shouldn't say I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on this, but I think there may even be options to extend out on PayPal a little bit longer. So $350. I promise you that you will make up for that $350 in what you're going to learn, in what you're going to get in giveaways, and the overall experience in general. So $350, and then you think, I need somewhere to lay my head and rest for, 4 or 5 nights, and I need to eat. So those are 2 very important things. There is a Facebook group for Sensi Family Reunion, and there are people in that group always looking for roommates. So if you're like me, you might think, oh my gosh, I am not rooming with a stranger. Like, I can't do that. I still at times feel that way to this day. But I will tell you, my first Scentsy family reunion, um, my mom was with me, but we did room with someone that we didn't really know, just to save money. So, a hotel room, an Airbnb, these are the kind of events where you're really stepping outside your comfort zone. You really have to put yourself outside your comfort zone. Uh, so when I started Scentsy 9 years ago, never in a million years would I have gotten on here and done a live training. Never in a million years would I walk up to a stranger or just someone I knew from social media and introduce myself. Um, but at my first SFR, I shared a hotel room with a stranger, and I went up to so many people at that reunion and introduced myself to them. So little by little throughout the years, I have stepped outside my comfort zone and really stretched my comfort zone. So as far as eating, um, those first few years I went, I did eat out most meals. Um, but over the years, I learned Instacart. And even whether I've stayed in a hotel or an Airbnb, we always, the last several years, have done an Instacart and split it between those of us staying in the room or the place. And we get like the staples. Like we grab some breakfast foods. We grab stuff to make sandwiches. Mainly breakfast and lunch stuff. A case of water, whatever anybody else is drinking. Just so that you have that stuff, so you're not walking into Starbucks and buying a bottle of water for $5, or buying stuff for ridiculous prices when you can Instacart and have that stuff ready for you in your room. So just ways to think about it and how you're going to do it. So another thing, and I guess we still have until the end of April to earn the annual sales award. So the annual sales award, you sell 2,500 PRV each month. You've earned the annual sales award. You sell 30,000 PRV May 1st to April 30th, and you've got the annual sales award. Is $1,000 bonus, and I earn that every year because that's my SFR money. I use that as my SFR money. So, like, I know that usually at the beginning of June, we are given our annual sales bonus, and that's my SFR money. So, maybe, even if you just can't figure out how you're going to make it work this year, you can really push yourself to start earning that annual sales award next year, and then you will have that $1,000 bonus to get you there. So now that we've kind of talked about different options and paying for it, why go? So the first year I went, I joined December 30th of 2016, and SFR was in July. It was in Kansas City. And I had no intentions of going until my sponsor told me, no, you have to go. You have to go. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't really know why I need to go, but sure, I'll go. And I went, and I will never miss an SFR. Like, I will do whatever it takes to be a SFR. The training, it's not just the training, but the training you get from other consultants, other people who do what we're doing, and just the insight from people who may have done this longer, or even people who are just starting. Now, I feel that I learned so much more from people that are just starting because they're fresh in this. They're doing things like they're just starting, and sometimes that's what we need. Inside scoop on products and reveals. So last year at SFR, we learned that candles were coming. And we kind of got like, I felt like being there and having that introduced, you got a whole different feeling and excitement over something that felt so foreign to us versus learning about it in an end-of-month live or on the news tab in an article. So being there to experience things firsthand is so important. And then meeting other consultants. So I said a couple minutes ago that I roomed with a stranger, but really no one is a stranger. You have to put yourself out there at these kind of events, and if you see me, because you've seen me here and you've never known me before, but you're going to see me across the room, come introduce yourself to me. That is a normal thing at Sensi Family Reunion, at Sensi events. Like, oh my gosh, I saw you on such and such, or I saw you post this. I appreciate you posting these. Think of all the people that create Canva templates and stuff for us. I know that I take them, and I don't know the person other than on social media. Last year on the incentive trip, I met someone that makes several Canva templates, and now I know her, and I've built a connection with her, and she still helps me out because I am not a Canva queen by any means. So put yourself outside of your comfort zone and really push your limits. Even if you go alone, make yourself meet people. I have a downline who has gone alone for 5 years, and she is always meeting new people. She kind of just goes off on her own, and she meets people, and she's made so many friends just from putting herself outside of her comfort zone. But you have to be open to it, and you have to push yourself to do it. So this year, to me, feels, you guys, this is a total squirrel moment, but I'm sitting here in my office, and there is this giant bug. I have a coffee tree, and it is on my coffee tree, and I don't know what the bug is, and I'm a little concerned. So if you keep seeing me, like, look in this direction, that's why there's a giant bug. So that's my squirrel moment. Okay, back. This year feels extra special because we are in Boise, we're in Meridian, we are at the motherland, the homeland, the home office, and I'm so excited because there are tours of home office. Everybody will get to see the big giant buddies. You'll see the warehouses and see, I'm hoping that we're seeing the warehouse where all of our orders are packed, and we're seeing where the bars are poured, and we're seeing where pods are made and where body products are made, because every time I have seen those things, it's like seeing them for the first time. It is so exciting, and just to literally see like how a bar is made from an empty clamshell to the label being stuck on to the wax being poured in. I've seen where pods are made, and I've never taken a pod apart, but like when it doesn't have its little cap on and the sticker on, and they pour the little beads in, and it's just seeing things like in the raw, I guess, it's humbling. It's a very humbling experience to see all of this and to know that all of this started in a shipping container. And then to walk onto the campus that we have today and really see how a dream came to life and feel that we're a part of this dream. So it's just so, like, this year of all years, I feel is the year to attend. And I know that can sound cliche maybe, because every year we're like, oh, this is the year to attend. But for real, to be able to come to Meridian, to go on the campus, the first night they're doing fireworks for us. If you have never been to a Scentsy fireworks show or seen pictures of a Scentsy fireworks show, like, I promise you, you are in for a treat. So that is just so, I feel like everybody that will go this year and experience the true home office experience, if you're not a Scentsy lifer yet, you will become a Scentsy lifer. You won't want to leave just because of how good it feels to be there. It's like truly a Scentsy consultant's Disneyland. So another thing is that you can look forward to and why attend is fun recognition. And it's not just on stage. There's posters of annual sales earners and annual mentor earners, and there's a superstar director gallery, and there's just all recognition everywhere. So that's if you, sensational start levels, I think shooting star. If you have earned those things, like, you're being recognized. You want to be there to see it. What time, I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments. I don't know what time does the meeting begin mean. And Tracy, first time going to SFR. That is awesome. Like, you are going to experience the best SFR as your first SFR. Like, that is so, so cool. So my favorite part, and this sounds funny, and I actually said this to someone last year. They're like, what's your favorite part of SFR? And I'm like, seriously? Like, it sounds so silly, but it's the product reveals on stage. Like, I love harvest collection and holiday collection product reveals on stage. I don't know why. I just think they're so fun. And then the product display. One year, I did not go to the product display because the lines were so long. That's been fixed since then. But the lines were so long, and I was so devastated and sad that I didn't do that. And the reason I love to do that is because I like to see, I wish I had a warmer sitting here, but I don't. I like to see a warmer in person. Like, how many times have you gotten a warmer and thought, oh, I thought that was metal and it's ceramic, or, oh, I thought this was ceramic and it's metal, or just different things about warmers, and I like to see them in person so that I can tell a customer, oh, well, just so you know, that's metal, or, oh, it's so cool, like, that, those dark lines you see there, they're actually gold, like, different things like that. I love to do. I love to feel the buddies. I love to see things. I love to see how in the product display they're kind of set up, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say displayed, but that's not it. Staged. How you would decorate around it. And so I like to see that, and not just for the pictures. Like, yes, I take pictures, and I'll tell you, rarely do I use my own pictures because there's always somebody better, or always somebody that takes a better picture. But I like to see them in person. I like to touch them. I like to feel them. So that is my very favorite part, to be able to have that experience. Last year they had all the new fragrance flowers out, and so you could smell them, and it was just, I love that. So I truly wish that every single Scentsy consultant could come to Scentsy Family Reunion. You hear a lot in this business, you show up to go up. And again, another cliche thing, but it is so, so true that once you attend, you'll always want to be there. Attending events like this is what really ignites you and excites you and maybe pushes you to do a little more. So when I went to my first SFR in Kansas City, I was a superstar consultant. I had been a consultant for 7 months, and I wasn't paid at title. I didn't even know what paid at title meant. I didn't even know paid at title was a thing. Like, that didn't even exist in my brain. And I left with so many connections and just so much excitement for what this business has to offer us, that 3 months later, I promoted to director. Uh, so it's just those kind of things every year since I have left, and you feel this new energy and this feeling like you could take on the world. And you really can if you allow yourself to believe it and put yourself out there, and take a chance on yourself. That's really my hope, is that so many of you will take a chance on yourself and be there. And I really, really hope that when I'm standing somewhere in Boise this summer, someone will come up to me and say, I'm here because I saw you on United We Rise. And I'm just so excited. And so I cannot wait to meet so many of you this summer in Boise. So I will see you there. Thanks, guys. Bye.